I've had a lifetime interest particularly in the environment, and that's really accelerated recently because we all know that we've basically got the rest of the decade to solve the environmental crisis. So I think it has to be the priority for all of us and for all organizations. So I'm really pleased to work for Infosys because, for one thing, based on my number one part of the goal, we have met our net zero targets in 2020, 30 years ahead of where the Paris Agreement said we should be meeting them. So I think that's a very much an achievement to be proud of.
Environmental by design, we're a cloud native business, which from our side is very exciting because we can push the kind of positive impact agenda across how we process payments. Our focus is on capturing accurate data, looking at actual data, moving away from where greenwashing has probably escalated because of, I'd say, unauthentic data, as in slightly moving the goalposts a little bit in how you interpret that this is net positive, this is net zero. And I think being a cloud native business, it allows us much more transparency in how we capture data, measure it, and then deliver that. And when we start looking at processing payments with our live customers, we'll be able to actually monitor the energy impacts of those payments. And the stage 2 will be moving to the next level, which is to how can we divert those to more efficient, energy efficient channels.
We have a clear target to be a net zero organization by 2040 through all our operations and processes. The second important target what we have is making the product more circular in design. So I would say the last 2 years, the time and effort we have invested in creating a new innovative products within the sustainable card portfolio, be it with the recycled plastic coming out of the normal industry, or the ocean plastic, or the cards made out with a cornstarch. So there are like several options what we have been working upon and now selling into the industry. And we have seen that this 5 gram of card really can speak a symbol of change for the banks. And we have already seen many of the banks transitioning their normal standard PVC cards more to the eco cards, and to really give you more environmental benefit directly what you get out of this, directly contributing to your ESG goals from the bank's perspective. You have a close to 65-70% of reduction in the CO2 emissions. So imagine a tier 1 player issuing 20 million cards. That is really a good number of amounts what they can directly get contributed to their ESG targets.
We spent a lot of time looking at how we, through our products, through our solutions, can help break down barriers to prosperity. We've got some great examples in that. For example, last year we partnered up with our partners at Visa to develop a product, our NGO or emergency relief card, that really focuses on how can we alleviate social stigma for people who are having to be, through no fault of their own, in a situation that might detach them from their funds, that might make it difficult to get funding to them. So we were always looking for ways of tying our own technical development to ways that we can make a difference in society.
And if I just reflect for a moment around the environment, there's the whole discussion around the supply chain. We've seen through the COVID crisis and with some of the other issues that supply chain is actually a really important thing that is very much in the background of our minds. But when we talk about the technology supply chain, we have to be very mindful who are our suppliers of cloud technology, of software as a service, of coding and developing. Where do they come from? How are they governed? And how environmentally friendly are they operating?